this goes. Buff Nation, what is going on? I am joined by my good friend, Rawhide Media. For you, Rawhide, thank you. Thank you for the hat. Can't wait to be wearing this throughout the season. How are you doing today, man?
Man, I'm doing great, bro. Hey, everybody's excited the first 2 weeks of college football. Nobody, most people hadn't been disappointed unless you're a Florida State fan. But, for the most part, everybody is thoroughly excited right now.
Yes. And it feels so good. No longer do we got to talk for like 8 months about what these guys are going to do. We finally have some things to talk about how these guys actually performed last week. But I know that I'll blame me for our little miscommunication there at the end of the NDSU game. But, God works in mysterious ways, man. We're here now, and let's talk about this game a little bit. And I want to give you a little bit of credit, of course, before we dive into the details. People saying that you don't know football, man. I think you were right about some very, very big and specific things, man. So take the floor, have your moment right now.
Hey, listen, I tried to tell people about Jimmy Horn. Everybody want the new toy. Throw away your old toy. Those Tonka trucks, hey, they last for years and years. I tried to tell them. They argued me down. They hate Jimmy Horn. Don't know why. Give me my credit where credit's due. Told you about Jimmy Horn. Hey, whoa. And the icing, the cherry on top is I told y'all about Shane Coates. People literally losing their minds about Shane Coates. I was right again. Oh my God. Bro, listen, I feel like, bro, first off, let me just say this. I've only been wrong one time, and that was Javon Antonio, right? I'll never be able to live the Javon Antonio down. But, bro, I've been knocking them out of the park. You did. Hey, told them, calm down, guys. Don't be like this about North Dakota. Listen, it takes time. It takes this. All of a sudden, it's like, now you understand. I'm like, look, listen. Are you just wanting to be contrarians when it comes to me, Dave? Is that what it is, bro?
It's got to be what it is. And I do gotta say, I mean, I enjoyed getting on your panels, getting on these shows at the beginning of the year, saying, man, you're crazy if you don't think Jalen Wester's taking over from Jimmy Horn this year. Man, we're gonna be a terrible team if we got Shane Coates starting for us again. And man, here you are. I thought we played some good football last week. Jimmy Horn looked absolutely spectacular, and Shane Coates was one of our two highest graded players on the defensive line against the run, right next to Jose Nwankwo. What?
Bro. I literally don't understand. I think what it is since it comes from me, which I honestly thought that I was more of a practical person, but I thought that my takes, people could take it and run with it. It is the purest football takes it is in this community. Okay, I've done enough bloviating. I've done enough of that. Okay, I've taken my victory lap. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to say, I told you so, but I'm good now. I just needed to get that off, Dave. I needed to get it off.
Yes, rightfully so. You've been holding back for months. You've been waiting for this for months, man. Like, I hope you got multiple videos of circling back on this, just letting everybody know that you were the only one writing this thing. Now, let's talk a little bit, getting into this Jimmy Horn thing. Does he look faster to you than last year? Or
yeah, he looks, he looks extremely well. As a matter of fact, I remember last season, I watched him the first game. I didn't want to say too much. I was like, man, why his get off don't look right? But this season, man, looks like he looks like practice Jimmy Horn. You know what I mean? Remember last year, bro? We used to watch him in practice, and we just like, oh yeah, he gonna be something. And then the game time hit, and we was just like, that ain't what I've been seeing.
Yeah,
but he actually
I thought
looks like
Harsh Dawson was faster than him last year, man.
Yeah, I know, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm so honestly, bro, just straight up serious. I am so proud of Jimmy, bro. I am elated that he's got to be able to show these naysayers, shut their mouth, put some respect on his name, man. I'm extremely proud of Jimmy Horn, bro. Extremely proud.
Yeah. Yes, me too. And it was great to see him get some hugs, man, after some of those touchdowns he was getting. That's just going to be the guy, or that's just going to be the thing. Hugs for Jimmy now. It's no longer a meme. That's just what he needs to get going, man. And I really do feel like, man, if we got healthy Jimmy, if we got LeJonte Wester, let's talk about him a little bit, man. I thought like his agility, his quickness really popped off the tape. What do you think about his performance? I think he had like 6-7 catches as well.
Yeah, what did he have? How many yards did he have? Like, what was it, 50 something, around about 50 or something?
Yeah, I'll pull it up here right now. He had 5 catches, my bad. 5 catches, 58 yards. So that's 11.6 average.
Yeah, which, you know what I'm saying, every game you're not going to have, I think the type of quarterback that Shedeur Sanders is, which was another point that I was trying to make when I talked about Wester, Jimmy Horn, and the wide receiver core. I think Shedeur likes to get the ball to multiple receivers. And honestly, that's a testament to how good he is. You get Cousins, right? Cousins' bailout is Jeffries, arguably so, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But what you want to do is, man, you want to spread the ball around. And I thought Wester, I think that's what it was, and I think that's what you should expect. Like, next game could easily be a Wester 100 yards, Jimmy 75. You know what I'm saying? Travis 110. It could easily be that.
Yeah. Yes. And kind of related to this, I was thrilled about the distribution of the football. You brought up the fact that Shedeur hit like these guys a handful of different times. Let's see how many different receivers you have. 6, 7, and 5 catches for Wester, 7 for Travis Hunter, 7 for Jimmy Horn. I think we'll see more guys get involved, but is it too early right now, Rawhide, to just take the victory lap already? I mean, if this offense was going to be scoring 70-plus points multiple times throughout the season, it probably would have started this week against North Dakota State. Let's not saying we got multiple 2,000, 1,500-yard receivers on this team, man. Absolutely insane. Now, I guess if Jimmy Horn puts up those numbers and Travis Hunter every week, then that's a little bit different of a conversation. But this is no longer a video game. We know where we stand now. And I don't think this offense, man, needs to put up 40, 50 points every game to get some of the results that we're wanting. What do you say about that?
Well, I think as of now, I don't, what I'm saying, let's be honest about it. They came out, I think, first play of the game. Were they 5 wide first play of the game? 5 wide, 4 wide, first play of the game. So,
5 wide, yeah.
Right. Coach Primes is going to lean on Shedeur's arm. So I think that's what it's going to be. As a matter of fact, I think he's probably going to throw for more yards than I predicted, because I think I said that he may have thrown for the equal amount or less than what he did the previous season. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. We got to see if the running game can mature. But I think as of right now, they're going to lean on his arms. And going into next week, Nebraska, if there's one issue that they have that they make me scratch my head, I think it's that secondary. I think that secondary is a little suspect. Now, you know how I feel about wide receivers in college football. They're always open, and that's everybody.
Yes.
But the deal is, though, can Nebraska, will they be able to apply enough pressure, right, to help their secondary out? And that's the question that we need the answers to.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about this Nebraska game. Again, shout out to Publix Eye. Outdoors saying 2 of the best Colorado channels out there. Appreciate Go Big Red. Thank you, Cornhusker fans, hopping in here. Maybe we'll get Brasker Rascal, Mike, a few of the other guys in here, but this is the most exciting week as a Colorado fan. We need to handle business, man. How do we get this win? How do we get this victory against the Cornhuskers from your perspective, Raw?
Jump on them quick. And I can't take full credit for that. I got to give Lawrence with a U the credit for that. He mentioned it first, but I 100% agree with him. Jump on them quick. What they need to have, because I think Colorado's going to be a big play team this season. So, you know what I'm saying, if they're able to, you know what I'm saying, get a big play, get a score early, maybe get Nebraska off in the 3 or 6 downs and get a punt and get another score. I think they need to play ahead. And I'm not talking about 1 touchdown ahead. I'm talking about, like, you know what I'm saying, double digit ahead. I think they had to stay ahead of them, right? Apply pressure, right? The indirect pressure onto Dylan Raiola, making him feel like I need to score. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, Matt Rule, that's not the type of coach he is. That's not the type of coach he is. He may be able to settle him down, but you want that, and I'm going to call it again, indirect pressure on the quarterback feeling like I need to match scores.
Yes.
You need the opposite feeling of what Coach Prime felt when it was 4th and 1 on his own 35.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what you.
Yeah, we gotta apply pressure. I think Dylan Raiola, man, he had a clean pocket. I think I said yesterday, looking at his highlights last week, remind me a lot of Zach Wilson at BYU, where he was just able to sit back there against UTEP, allow those routes to become open, and rightfully so, man, just throwing darts. He looked great out there, but we're going to need to put some pressure on him, make his life a little stressful on the field instead of it just feeling like a padded 7-on-7, man, which I felt like it looked like at times for him against UTEP. His life was made easy, but yeah, let's talk about running the ball a little bit. I'm going to highlight this comment here from the basement saying, Neely said today, still talking about establishing the run is irrelevant because of the prolific passing game. Let's talk about what we talked about yesterday on the phone a little bit, Raw. Do you think we can win how we won last year?
Well, okay, there's different levels to winning, right? So if people are in the category of competing for conference championship, absolutely not. If you're in the bucket and defining winning as making it to a bowl game, I think it's going to be extremely tough.
Sorry, let me rephrase this. Can we win this game, winning how we played against Nebraska?
Oh, okay, I'm bad. Honestly, I don't even think they dictate the choice. Yeah, I think Nebraska dictates, you know what I'm saying, how their run pass ratio in this upcoming game. And remember, I always say it, this game here is going to tell you whether you have the ability to win 10 or whether you're going to scrape and scrap to get to a bowl.
Yes.
I don't think Nebraska necessarily is going to allow them to run the ball in this game. I think if they have any chance of winning, it's going to all hinder on Shadour's arm. All hinder on his arm. I mean, can we just be honest real quick? If you only generate 50-something yards rushing against North Dakota State, then you're probably not going to generate a whole lot more than that against Nebraska. I mean, I think that's a losing bet, right? I mean, so no, it's the same. It's my same argument with the tight end, and obviously, right? Coach Prime agrees with me. Why are you putting another tight end out there when your receiver is better? If you need an extra blocker, then you just put another offensive lineman out there, let him play tight end H-back position, and that's your extra blocker. It makes no sense to do that. It just don't make any sense. So Yeah, I mean, lean on what you're good at. Don't try to do something, especially in this particular game, that you're just really not good at. Lean on what's good. What's good is you got probably arguably the best quarterback in college football. You got probably arguably the best athlete in college football. You got arguably one of the most quickest, well, speed wise, two of them,
Yeah.
Wester and Jimmy Horn. That's what you lean on. Why are you handing the ball off to Charlie Alfadal? And you got a Heisman player at the wide receiver position, Dave.
Yeah.
Tell me,
Yeah.
what sense that make, bro?
Let's look at this like, is it these samurais or whatever? They speak in all these riddles, whatnot. They talk about water. They just find the easiest path getting downstream, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's how the Buffs got to look at this game. Although it would be ideal to establish some running game to at least hold those defenders at bay for a split second. The biggest advantage that we have, as you just pointed out, is you gotta cover 4 speed guys, 4 guys that can take it to the house with any catch on any part of the field. How are you going to stop that? How are you going to disrupt Shador, make his life a little bit more stressful there in the pocket? And from your perspective, Rob, I want to hear, like, if you're Nebraska, what are you doing? Because when they were dropping 8 in coverage, they still had, granted, I think they did send some blitzes, but not a ton last game. I think they had 7-8 sacks, but obviously Shador tore him up for 400 yards, bunch of touchdowns. What do you do to defend?
I think they're going to play what they played last game. I think they're going to rush 3 a lot, and I think they're going to be successful. Now, don't misunderstand, okay? Because when we talk like that, I know when people hear us speak, all they hear is definites. When they hear us talk, if they say, "Hey, okay, granted, lean on Shador arm," I know what they hear is that they hear run the ball 0 times. That's right. You know what I'm saying? That's what they hear.
Right.
That's not what I'm saying anyway, right? And I think you agree with that. I mean, you lean on what you do well, right?
Yeah.
And you throw in things sporadically, to me, especially in this game. But I think Nebraska is going to be successful in rushing 3. But what I want to see in that is I want to see Shador tuck it, get the 3, get the 4, get the 6, get down, bro. Get the 4, go out of bounds, bro. The best games Colorado has played, and I could, saying that I have seen, he broke runs. I think he broke one. I think he ran, correct me if I'm wrong, Nebraska and Arizona. Arizona for sure, which is one of the better games I saw Colorado play the last season. Because what happens is it makes the defenders have to account for him.
Yes.
We don't need 100 yards, bro. I don't need that. I need you to get the 4. I need you to stay. I need them to be in plus on downs, right? I need them to be, hey, you want to drop back on first down? It ain't open. I want the next down to be 2nd and 4. I mean, I'm sorry, 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7. You know what I'm saying? I don't want 1st and 10. And Shador is athletic enough to give you that. That's when I think Nebraska defense may start crumbling a little bit. Now, guess what? Those DBs, guess what they got to do? Oh, my God, linebacker. Oh, my God, I got to pay attention to Shador. They already softened the secondary anyway, in my opinion. Open it up, and you don't have to do it 10 times. Yeah. 3 can make all the difference in the world. And guess what? Guess what, Dave? He did it against North Dakota State. He did it against North Dakota State, bro.
That's right. That's right.
He did, bro. Yeah.
And speaking of that game, man, on the flip side, you kind of see, like, we weren't really running any defense there when Nebraska or North Dakota State was in those obvious passing situations, we weren't accounting for the quarterback there. You saw like how disruptive that was on some of those drives from North Dakota State. The fact that we had to then become accountable or take account of Miller, their quarterback, or that other guy, number 9, they had in there every now and then, and just how complicated that becomes when you have to account for him. I think you bring up a great point here about Shador's scrambling ability playing a role in this because, hey, even if we're able to take 4 yards, I mean, man, I can't remember how many like 3rd and long conversions Shador had last year against the Cornhuskers, man. That's not a formula you want to try and replicate. Imagine having 2nd and 6, 2nd and 5 against this defense instead of always getting ourselves into some of these 3rd and long situations consistently.
Right. And if they rush in 3, that opportunity will be there to be taken advantage of.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I agree.
Oh, go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
Oh, I just want to highlight this comment here from Lawrence. Good luck against the Longhorns this week. CU cannot allow the crowd to be a factor in the game going into a hostile environment. 100 plus matters. 100K. Sorry, capacity. Yeah, all that matters. And I think it goes to show, Rawhide, why the first thing that you're talking about is just getting out to a lead. Like, let's take the crowd out of it. Let's get them a little pissed off. We need to start fast. It was great that, hey, we were able to score on our first drive against North Dakota State. But we don't want, again, man, like, I don't think we should have had North Dakota State hanging around as much as they did in the first half and even leading the game after the first half. I desire so much, Rawhide, for us to just come out there and just kill any glimpse of hope against our opponent in one of these matchups, man. We just we have yet to do that in the Coach Prime era here at CU. It would be great if it could start this weekend, but I think it's probably going to be I'm expecting a very close game for this for the most part, but if we're able to get off to a lead where Nebraska is having to pass instead of try and gash us with their run game, that I think that's going to be the ideal scenario. How do you see our defense matching up against their offense, Rob?
Oh, Dave. You got texts from me during the game, so I think you got an idea how I feel about that Colorado Buffalo defense, bro. Okay, first let me say this. Sacks does not represent pressure.
Thank you.
Okay, you know what I mean? So let me just make sure I say that, all right? Because I've seen a lot of people mention the fact that, the offensive okay, I got off subject. I got off subject. Because I've been wanting to hit that point. I apologize. I was talking about the offensive line. Get back to
you want to hit it? You want to hit it? We can hit it right now. We can get to my question.
Okay, yeah. I didn't get that off. Guys, I just want people to know sacks don't necessarily represent how well an offensive line perform. I've saw a lot of people talk about the fact that they only gave up, what was it, 1 sack or 2? Was it 1 or 2? But
I think it was 1.
Sack. I think it's 1 sack. I think they had 2 guys that got half a sack. So that doesn't necessarily mean your offensive line performed well. Second, when you try to evaluate how well the offensive line performed, you also have to put in context the players that they play against, right? So how good or bad a team is not necessarily predicated on the fact of whether they defensive line got sacks or not. So, like, for example, a G5 school can beat a Power 5, and I know North Dakota State is FCS, can beat a Power 5 school, but it doesn't necessarily mean they beat them because they got pressures. There's a whole lot of other things that goes on into a game to account for the loss.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a lot of that. Now, rolling back, so my overall point is that I had some question marks about the offensive line. I heard my man William Garner speak on the fact that I heard him do his deal with that, and I respect William's deal. He said the offensive line performed well. if he's talking about in comparison to the first game of last season, TCU, he's right. Colorado only gave up, I think, 1 sack. They gave up 4 sacks against TCU, but TCU has Power 5 players. Now, moving on to your question about the defense, I have problems with that defense, bro.
Break it down for me.
Bro, I got problems with that defense. First off, you should be able to generate a lot of pressure with 4 down linemen against North Dakota State. That just should happen. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, they got some eye candy. I get it. They got eye candy. But I felt like Shedeur should have been Cam Miller, and Cam Miller should have been Shedeur. Mm-hmm. And I felt like they didn't apply enough pressure against Cam Miller. I understand too that, guys, if you're not aware, running quarterbacks, you got to be gap sound on your pass rushes. So you can't just rush them any kind of way. You want to kind of keep them in the pocket, but I don't think they even did any of that. So that bothers me. I also, Motor City, what I'm talking about is also the ease of how they moved the ball in the first half with the type of talent that they got. There is not a player on that team, in my honest opinion, that even compares to the people that Nebraska's bringing.
Yeah.
So if you got issues with that, I feel like you're going to have major issues with North Carolina. With Nebraska.
Yeah.
You're going to have major issues with Nebraska. So that defense bothers me. And I know, and then they say, oh, they made adjustments in the second half. They only gave away one. They only scored once. But then, okay, fine. North Dakota State could argue, well, we only gave up 2.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to play on those margins when you playing teams like Nebraska, Kansas State, Oklahoma State, you know what I'm saying, Kansas? Are those the margins that we deem to are those successful margins? And I don't think that is. So I needed to see a little more. I needed to see more from the defense from Colorado to make me feel comfortable about the game.
Do you think we'll see? Because I don't know. I'm curious on your opinion on this, Ra. I didn't really feel like I saw too many schematic adjustments that we made defensively in the second half. I just felt like we just played better. like the effort level was better. I didn't. I still felt like we were playing a lot of just basic man coverage, rushing forward, kind of all that sort of stuff. Do you see anything changing schematically? Or if you don't, what would you do? I want to know what you would do. Put on the coach's hat.
As far as the defense goes?
Yeah.
I think I was talking. I don't even know if there's anything they can do. I got to get rid of Trevor Woods. He got to get out of there. He got to get out of the lineup. And I was a Trevor Woods defender. He cannot play. Huh? Bro, he can't play with that weight, bro. He can't move.
I don't think he can cover in that weight.
Bro, that weight is, bro. He should have just stayed the same weight, bro. I get why he did it. I totally understand why he did it. But, bro, the weight is god-awful, bro, on him. He already was stiff. Now he's worse. And I'm like, did you see that play when he was running behind the guy when he got behind? I mean, even he was like, man, I give up. Bro, it was. But it wasn't like he was. It ain't even like he was running. He was trying to catch Dylan Edwards. I'm like, Trevor, lose weight, bro. Lose weight. Get back to your playing weight and come back. So I got to get rid of him. I got to get rid of him.
Even against the run, though? I mean, I thought that he was pretty good for us against the run, man. I didn't feel like he was blowing any of his coverages or anything like his responsibility in the run. I mean, wasn't he our leading tackler?
Yes, he was actually. He was your leading tackler. You're 100% right. But
You're saying we
yeah,
need to get his ass off the field.
yeah, get his ass off the field, bro. He can't move, bro. Bro, he's out there playing with his peers, and I'm like, bro, you still look bad. And I'm just gonna leave it at that with that one. I'm not gonna get deep. I mean, I'm gonna let you have that one, but speak about his peers. But he out there playing with his peers, bro, and he. Wait, Dave. You're telling me you thought Trevor Woods looked good in that game?
Here's what I said. I said on Friday, stock down because the dude can't cover those running backs, man. Like what we would have expected. That is a big. That's a bummer, man. It's a bummer moment. He doesn't have the speed and he sure as hell isn't going to have the speed to keep up with that number 21, that running back from Nebraska. I forget what his name is. That dude is quick. That dude can break off a big run, man. He's like their light little Dylan Edwards light. Doesn't exactly have that Dylan Edwards speed, but he's a speedy back. So that's where kind of the stock down. But in terms of his run defense, where like last year, if you remember against Arizona, dude, they would just run to they would just run to whatever side he lined up on, man. Like it was that easy. He wasn't a liability in the run last week at all.
I think you got a little bit of better defensive line play, which made him look better. But again, when I watched the North Dakota, okay, hold on, let me make sure you understand how I watched the game. I did not watch the game. I did not watch the Colorado North Dakota State game with a viewpoint of just watching the game. I watched the game with foreshadowing. So I watched what they put on the field, and I replaced North Dakota State with Nebraska, Oklahoma State, and all that, and derived an opinion how they would match up against them.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I watched the game. So the takes that I have is not necessarily in the game, but how they're going to perform against Power 5 competition. That's how I watched the game.
Yes. I understand.
Yeah.
That's Brian Urlacher you're talking about. Getting him off the field. Thank you.
Brian Urlacher. You're right. I will admit it's tough to sit Brian Urlacher. He's a Hall of Famer. But that's more like Brian Urlacher after he retired and didn't do anything for 3 years. That's that Brian Urlacher. That's the 2024 Brian Urlacher. That's who that is, bro. That ain't the Chicago Bears, saying all pro Brian Urlacher, bro.
Okay, well, I think we can agree with this. I think we can agree with this with what you do moving forward. I wouldn't mind seeing a slightly more heavy rotation at the linebacker position. And I will say, I don't think Trevor was jogging. I just think he's not that fast, man. He's just not that fast.
He wasn't even like it was last year, bro. I was watching him, bro. Honestly, let me tell you, he and I don't even really like talking about players, bro. I don't, because these young men, they're just doing the best they can, bro. They're there to get an education. Everybody can't make it to the league. So I hate to even talk about players like that. But let me just say, bro, I saw, man, Trevor Woods, bro, and I was just like, I felt like they did him wrong. When I saw him, bro, I was like, Trevor, they did you wrong, bro. I feel sorry for you, bro. Well, that's how I felt, bro. He was like, bro, he was like, you got it. You got it. Yeah. Hey, Travis, get it. You got it. Bro, I was just like, why did he do my man like that, bro? I felt so bad for him, bro. It was so bad, bro. It was so bad, bro.
Man, if he's our leading tackler again this week, this is going to be funny to circle back on. But let's say what do we do now, man? I think Bentley didn't grade out as high as I was probably expecting, because I thought he had a pretty good game. But I wouldn't mind seeing some more Nakai Hill-Green. I think we saw him get like 8 snaps in the game. He had 2 solo tackles on 8 snaps. Like, I felt like that's pretty good. But kind of lobbing you one up here, Raw. What do you do at the linebacker position if we're gonna sit Brian Urlacher, man?
I don't know. I like to see the young man. Is he hurt? Is the Western kid hurt? Is the young man hurt?
Lester, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, and I was extremely proud of Bentley. He's another one, man. Look, bro, I love guys who've been in the game a long time and they finally get some shine and they show well. Man, Bentley game, loved it. Right. Defensive line wise, bro, I think defensive line wise, it's okay. What was 50 name again? What was his name?
Deion Hayes.
Dalen Hayes played an outstanding game. Chidoze, he kind of surprised me. I thought Chidoze, I think he played a good game. I wasn't as high on Chidoze as others, but I think
he looked like Aaron Donald out there. Let's just give it to him.
I am not going Aaron Donald, bro. I am not going Aaron Donald. I'm not going to do that. I mean, come on, bro. Hey, listen. I heard that Tyler Brown was the greatest offensive lineman all time, Larry Allen. Somebody told me that Brown was Larry Allen, so I'm not gonna go there. But I think Chidoza played a good game, bro. Deion Hayes played a good game, bro. Love this game. Bentley, if I could give out stickers, those would be the 3 guys I can get stickers to.
You know what? We should have helmet stickers, man.
Yeah, we do, bro. We gotta get that.
I think that would look cool. Hey, Mike, looks like we got a super chat going. Thank you so much, Mike. Appreciate it for the $10. Your generosity. He's saying, you're welcome to send me super chats if you're going to troll our channel like Mike is. It's going to be Deion Sanders' worst day in college football and trip back home, but Nebraska will reschedule Colorado next opportunity. Don't worry. Go Big Red. Hey, appreciate the super chat. The talk back and forth. I love it. And as a Nebraska fan, I think you definitely have to be a lot more confident coming into this matchup than maybe you were last year, especially with it being at home. I think people might be upset to hear this because I was called a hater. I was called a hater, Raw, in the comments, or saying I just didn't believe because I had Colorado winning by 15 against North Dakota State. I was saying, wow, it's clear you just don't believe. But those same people might be upset, man. I got us getting a 3-point victory out in Lincoln in typical close fashion, just like our matchups were in 2018 and 2019. Anything to say to Mike or on this topic, Raw?
Well, yeah, first and foremost, let me just say this. If they're calling you a hater because you said 15, they're liars. Let's get this straight. Second, all season long, they were saying it was going to drop 60 points and Shedeur was going to be sitting down in the third quarter. So, Dave, you're right. They were wrong. Okay, let's just get that straight, right? You can't argue with the delusion. So you're okay, Dave. You are okay.
That's right. That's right.
I have never seen a team go from being nothing until after the game, people, you know what I'm saying? People crowning them as like the best FCS school to ever play. I actually heard people say that North Dakota State could finish in the middle of the Big 12. I'm like,
I heard that take too.
You heard that too, right? I'm like, why are you all doing this? I'm like, you don't have to do this. It's the first game of the season.
Yeah, it's the first game of the season. We saw Texas Tech again almost get beat by my alma mater, Abilene Christian, which was pathetic. A lot of things can happen week 1, but nonetheless, man, North Dakota State, best collection of 5'9" white guys on a football team I have ever seen, and I will continue to say that after they played us close. Hey, Ra, you're too kind, man. Thank you so much. Gifted 5 Rawhide Media for you memberships. Okay, break this down for us. How's this thing work?
Oh yeah, bro. First off, I try to gift it to you, but it will not let me do it. Don't know why.
I've been trying to
You know,
figure out how to turn
the
that
only
on.
reason why I thought that could happen because you told me that, so I've been trying to give it to you for the longest.
And I don't know how to do it.
So in my effort, bro, I gifted him. I don't know who they got it to. I don't know if I got it or you got it. If you got it, bro, make sure you let them know about your deal. If it's for me, man, guys, hit the, you know what I'm saying? Come on over, man. Join the Discord, guys. Now that you got a membership, you know what I'm saying? You got it for a month. And come on over and mess with us. And Dave, fill a sheet out, bro.
Tell us what a sheet is.
Behind me, bro. This is the sheet behind me, bro. Fill a sheet out, bro.
And what do you do with my sheet once I fill it out? You're putting your own money on my...
bro. Listen, bro. Hey, at the end of the week, whoever got the most wins, right? You win the bushel of apples and oranges. And we are up to 2 this week because of the kindness of everybody. The pot has made it to a minimum of 200 apples, bro. It's only hey, bro. It only costs you 10 apples, bro. It's up to 200 apples, bro. And Truck and Tubby won last week. Okay, hold on. Truck and Tubby won, bro.
Man.
Pause for effect. You feel me? So, yeah, man, y'all get in, man. Get that in, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hey, man, I love it. Yeah, y'all come join. I got to turn my notifications on, but if you want to chat with me, I am in that Discord as well, and
yes,
we can do that. So yeah, y'all please join that. Shout out to Big Red Junkies saying it's refreshing to hear CU podcast. That isn't delusional. Well, we just try and give us our thoughts, man. We got a lot of respect for this Nebraska Cornhuskers team. And going back to what Mike said, man, this should be a rivalry that plays every year, man. It's a shame that we got to wait till 2031 as of right now to have a rematch. But we need to go into 2031, Big Red Junkies, holding this over your head that you guys haven't beaten us in like 10,000 days. Again, the last time y'all beat us was in the Obama administration, and it wasn't the second term. It was the first term Obama administration. That was forever ago. And, that's why I just can't pick against my Buffs. It's going to be another close game. I think it's going to be a lot tougher than what we saw last year, but I just can't wait for it. Now, let's go ahead and get back to some of this conversation with the linebackers, man. What do you do with the linebackers? How'd you feel? Did you have any opinions on Jeremiah Brown out there? He had some playing time, and I guess he's the backup player to wear the green dot for CU if Trevor Woods isn't in there.
Well, y'all know how I feel about Jeremiah Brown, bro. I've been a major supporter of Jeremiah Brown since he transferred to Colorado, bro. I only hope for the best for Jeremiah Brown, and you're not gonna get anything negative out of me about Jeremiah Brown. I love his play, bro. I love it, bro.
Yeah,
love it because I love him, bro. So yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to offer with him, bro. I like to see him play a whole lot more. As a matter of fact, take Trevor out and put Jeremiah Brown in there. But you never hold on, bro. You never really spoke on the defense yourself. How did you feel about it? What do you think?
I got to take another victory lap now. We can't control who we play, Rob. We just play who's on the schedule, okay? But didn't I say, hey, forget talking about this defense going from 120th in the country to then all of a sudden giving up 17 points per game, putting them like fringe top 10 in college football. No, that is just not realistic at all. But maybe we can hope on average giving up like what did I say? 26, 27 points a game. Like I think our offense will average somewhere in the 30s this year. Like we should be able to win more games than not if that's the kind of defensive performance we're getting. Now, should it have been less against an FCS team? Yes, but I gotta pull out the victory right now. We gave up 26 points. I think that is probably going to be around the recipe for success for us to get victories, is that we're going to be giving up points in the upper 20s. That's how I feel about it. So I think that this could be a game in which I think this could be a little bit higher scoring. Again, it's going to be on the road. Dylan Raiola, their running game, all of that. I think we can exploit this left tackle they got, this backup left tackle. When you go back and look at his performances, aside from UTEP last week, historically, dude, this guy's bad. This guy's a bad left tackle. Maybe we can take advantage of that if we get them into some more passing situations, which is why maybe we need our offense to act as our best defense in a sense. But we cannot allow them to do what they did with us with Jeff Sims last year and just running the ball 15 yards, 20 yards. Oh, man, snap, goes through Jeff Sims' hands and, we're able to get the ball back. That was just a pathetic effort from him last year. Just a lack of focus, lack of talent, lack of hands, all of that. But I do feel, I feel good. Again, I'm not saying that we're going to come out and shut out Nebraska, but I feel like we should be able to stop them on multiple drives, which I feel like CU should have their way with their secondary, considering they basically brought everybody back that Shedeur just absolutely obliterated while running around like Patrick Mahomes last year. And I think that he's going to get better protection than he got last year. What's the over-under for the sacks that you set? Remind us.
Oh, yeah. The over-under on sacks for Shedeur this upcoming game is 4.5. So people have the ability to pick the under. People got the ability to pick the over, right? That's a question on the sheet. But so I think it's great. But I do have a question for you. But first off, let me say this. David guys, I don't know how many people that's listen to us. Dave is one of the few people out here that actually bled, sweat, and gave money to the university. He is an alum. So the Nebraska game is a big game, right? Nebraska, Colorado is Alabama, Auburn, bro. It's Iowa State. It's Michigan, Ohio State. You know what I mean? It's USC, Notre Dame. That's what this game is.
Mm-hmm.
So if you listen to Dave, I would have a problem with Dave if Dave told me that Nebraska can win this game. I'm like, bro, whether you believe it or not, you don't say it out loud.
No.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. You're invested. That's an investment, right? No Alabama fan's going to say they're going to lose Auburn. No Auburn fans say they're going to lose Alabama, even though they only won 3 games. That's how it goes. So I get it, bro. I get it. You know what I'm saying? So, man, respect to Dave. Y'all, hey, put some respect on Dave's name. But so I like your take, Dave. I no lie, I like your take, bro. I like it.
Yeah.
You should have that take.
That's right. That's right. I think if we keep them under 30 points, I think we win.
Yeah. That could happen. I don't disagree with that. That could happen. That's possible.
Yeah. But I just got to stop kidding myself that I feel like this defense is going to come out forcing, 3 punts in a row. Like, it's just as much as I want it to happen. We just not.
But see, this is the deal, though. Let me tell you, if Matt Rule is conservative, you could get some 3 and outs. If he's conservative.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Matt Rule approaches this from an offensive perspective because, again, I think Dylan Raiola had as perfect of a debut as a true freshman quarterback as you could ask for last week.
Yeah.
Like, he did what you should do against UTEP.
Right. And honestly, that's what makes me nervous about, and I don't want to get on the coaching, right? Because coaching makes a big deal. And I don't think today is not the day to talk about we talk about coaching post game. I don't think it's a midweek conversation. But I agree, bro. I that's what I would have liked to see from Colorado. I would have loved to see them just put them away. Yeah. Then I would have felt even better about the game. I would have been like, okay, I feel better about it. But when you play North Dakota State the way they played them, then you have to address the question marks. And that's what I don't like.
Yeah. And do you feel like with our secondary, I mean, man, they got some athletes at the wide receiver position. I think that that's probably been one of their most improved groups this year. You saw their main wide receiver, Naor, have a handful of touchdowns last week. Would you play more man coverage this week against Nebraska again, or do you think is it going to be a similar game plan? Do you stack the box to stop the run, even if they're not even if they're not running like multiple tight end sets or anything like that, or do you mix it up and have some more zone? Like what do you think?
I think they're going to run it exactly like they did against North Dakota State.
Okay,
I
so
think
a lot of deep safety, deep high safety, one safety deep.
Yeah, I think they have to play that. I would like to see them mix it up with a little cover 3, but you know what I'm saying, which is, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I think they're going to play about the same defense. Because they need people in the box, bro. I don't light boxes is not going to work against Nebraska, especially with the team that they got. I mean, if you Coach Prime and that staff told you what they thought about their defense in North Dakota State.
Break this down for me more.
No, I'm just saying about what you know, saying how they committed to stop the run. They told you what they think. They trust the outside, they trust the D-backs, but they even don't trust the fact that they can stop the run, bro. They don't trust it, bro.
I cannot wait to see how this turns out. Because man, we got Trevor Woods back there, man. I thought he looked good against the run. This is one of the things we're gonna disagree on throughout the season. I love it, but I do want to see more Nakai Hill-Green. I do want to see more of that. I thought that he looked good out there. Another 230-pound guy, might I say. I think he might have more speed than Trevor Woods out there, to be fair. Let's get to this super chat really quick, Raw, and then I got to wrap up here in the next 5-10 minutes. $20.
Oh, did you read Mike? I don't know if you read Mike.
I haven't read this one from Mike yet. He sent you $20. He said, good luck Saturday, Rawhide, and Buffs fans Saturday. Just make sure Law Dog buys breakfast. What is that all about?
Man, hey, Law Dog got enough money on this Nebraska game to buy a house. So, so as Mike said, he's just Mike said, hey, Law can at least buy breakfast, right?
Man, Law Dog's killing me, man. So he's going with Nebraska in this matchup. Shall we get the elephant out of the room, man? I'm going with Colorado in this matchup, man. How are you going?
As you should. Yeah, I got Nebraska in this matchup. I got Nebraska in this matchup, and I got
wait. Does that mean you're going to be cheering for Nebraska? That's all I hear with that.
I am only going to cheer for somebody unless I put them ducats on it. If I ain't putting no ducats on it, I could care less. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think Nebraska. I just think it's a bad match. Let's just be honest. I think it's a bad matchup. I don't think it's a. I don't think that team is built to play that type of football. I think it's built to play Pac-12 type of football, and I think they're weak on the interior of the defense. Defensive tackles, linebackers. I think they're weak there, and I think that Nebraska is going to exploit it. And they're at home with a stadium that's going to be that's twice the size of Colorado Stadium. So you're gonna, bro.
Why'd you have to throw that in there? Why'd you have to throw that in there?
Oh, I apologize. My bad. My bad. I apologize. Hold on. The stadium's going to be full, and you know what I mean. So, bro, that's going to be a tough environment to play in. If they don't, like I told earlier, if they don't jump on them earlier, I can see it going bad fast. If those, man, what's it, 0-9? I was so impressed by their quickness. You know what I'm saying? You get them big old dudes like that, bro. They ain't very, bro. Them dudes moving. You hear me?
Robinson and Hutchmacher or
Yeah,
whatever.
bro.
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro. They was moving, bro. I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, Tyler Brown can't block that. Hey, Benson can't block that. And Lord knows Seaton can't block that. Come on, bro. Hey, nah, bro. That's bro. Notre Dame thought they had it, bro. Notre Dame thought they were good till they faced them killers at Alabama. It was just like, oh my God. They was like, this is different. Bro, I done seen it before, bro. I swear to God, bro. I done seen this before, bro. But anyway, so yeah, if they don't jump on them early, I think it requires Nebraska to beat themselves, right? I think they gotta turn the ball over, a lot of turnovers. Hey, it's just a bad matchup. Hold on, listen. I got in a big argument with people the other day. I think Colorado can beat Arizona. I don't give a damn, dude.
Thank you.
Yards,
Thank you.
I don't care nothing about that. I believe Colorado can beat Arizona. I just don't think they can beat. I don't think they can beat Nebraska. I don't think they can beat that. I think it's different. It's just different type of football. And I know people don't like that. When I say it triggers people. I get it.
Because a lot of people don't believe that this is one of our hardest matchups of the season.
It's styles.
Yeah.
Coach Prime did not build no slug it out team. That ain't what he built. And again, don't get hung up on the Arizona deal. I'm just using that example so you can clearly understand where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying? Hey, playing in space, soft, finesse type of football, throw it, sling it all around, 7-on-7-ish. Yeah, bro. Listen, you put Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter, you put that up against other people like that, yeah, they can win that game. Because this is the deal. If I said Washington was undefeated, played Michigan, they on the same levels, two teams on the same levels. It was total domination, bro. It's just styles make fights, and
styles make
fights. I don't like that particular style when it comes to Colorado, especially this time of the year. Especially when you gotta all right, your right tackle letting everybody get into his body. You got a freshman left tackle, which he did hey, hold on now.
Got to tip your cap.
Seaton, bro. Oh my God, bro. Seaton, you played well. You played well, bro. You played well. You know what I mean? I just style makes fights, bro. I don't think this is a good fight for him. So I don't think it's a good fight for him.
Well, you're absolutely right about that. These are opposite teams in culture and how they're developed, play style, all of that. Which is why they're not going to be able to cover us, baby. KMT saying right here, I understand from a football perspective on why y'all think Nebraska will win, but I think Shedeur and Travis will have a Heisman moment type game and lead us to victory. Yes, all I'm asking is for 2.5 seconds of Shedeur being clean in the pocket, man. Clear in the pocket to just make some throws. Good luck. And Surfer Boy saying, Dave, think about what you just said. A DB room that's back as a unit for year 2 is a good thing, not bad. It's a bad thing when they all suck, and they sucked last year. We're going to be able to tear them up again this year, this time with more weapons. Again, we got so much speed on the team that we didn't even really see Omari Miller last game. Will we see Omari Miller more this game? We should, but man, maybe you shouldn't have switched to that number 4 man because he looked invisible out there like Javon Antonio, man. But it was great to see him get those blocks.
He wouldn't have caught the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, 1 or 2 pancakes.
Dave, if he was out there, he wouldn't have caught the ball out of bounds.
Oh, dude, I was livid at that play. I was absolutely livid. That was inexcusable. And thank God we got an elite quarterback that can make up for a multitude of just inexcusable sins like that with 2. It was great. But that's why I think we get the victory, man. You can be strong and fast and all that, or strong and all that. But if you're not fast, we're just going to run around you, baby. We are going to run through you because you're not even going to be able to touch us. We're going to run around you. We're going to put up a ton of points. I think this game will be a shootout. Yeah, we got to nullify that defensive line as much as we can. Let's get them running sideline to sideline a little bit. Let's institute some jet sweeps. Let's use Draylon Miller a little bit more, right? Let's, like you said, kill them with like 1,000 cuts. Let's put together a couple 15-play drives. Wouldn't that be nice? The fact that we can score off of 2 plays, but we showed last week we can also score off of a 17-play drive. Let's mix it up a little bit, but you're right. This team was constructed to be the Showtime version of college football offenses. I want to see it in the most important game of the year against the Nebraska Cornhuskers. What say you, Raw?
I agree, bro. Again, they win this game. You may play for the conference championship, bro. That's how important this game is to me. That's how that is how important it is, bro. If they lose it, I don't care. It ain't that big of a deal. I think they can win, get to a bowl. If they lose it god awfully bad, then that's another conversation we can have another day. But yeah, if they win this game, bro, they can compete for the conference championship, bro.
Man, I love to hear that. I love to hear it, man. All right, well, I'm going to wrap some things up. Want to give a shout out to Big Red Junkies. Would love to make a show or versus show wager. That could be a lot of fun. Just hit me up on Twitter, David Talks Buffs. So that's the best way to get a hold of me, Big Red Junkies. But I am going to be on the Corn Craze today. I guess it's not going to be live. I guess we're going to be filming that episode here later this afternoon to go out. So y'all just hang tight. But Ra, you got anything fun going on for the rest of this week?
Yeah,
what's
bro.
going on in the Discord?
Yes, bro. Come on over to the Discord. I'll be over there immediately after this game, after this show here, because I know people are going to be out their mind. Second deal, tune in tomorrow. We got a 2 in the possible I'm doing with Really Flawed. Shout out to Really Flawed, guys. So we'll be doing that, covering some football game. We'll be picking 2 football teams in the pop. So y'all come check us out, man. Me and Really Flawed. She is outstanding. So man, show us some love.
I love it. I love it. Well, guys, thanks so much again for tuning in. I'm going to be back with Russ this evening for our Buff Blitz, with Buff News Weekly. We'll, things will be a little bit more structured over there. Ron and I, man, we just talk like friends, which is what makes this a lot of fun. But you'll kind of get a different perspective, a little bit structure there tonight at 7 p.m. Mountain. And until then, guys, Sco Buffs.
Peace.